Welcome to EdBhoomi's YouTube channel, Ground for Education, your go-to destination for navigating the world of academic research. Today, we are diving into the heart of scholarly publishing to demystify the peer review process. Whether you are an aspiring author, seasoned reviewer, or simply curious about how scientific knowledge is vetted and validated, this video is for you. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore what peer review is, how it works, and why it's crucial for maintaining the integrity of academic discourse. From the different types of peer review to the roles of reviewers and editors, we'll unravel and uncover the inner workings of this essential mechanism that shapes the landscape of scholarly communication. So, grab your notebooks and get ready to embark on this journey through the peer review process where scrutiny meets collaboration and excellence is the ultimate goal. Let's dive in. Imagine this. You've just discovered the cure for a rare disease, penned the next breakthrough theory in your field, or unearthed the groundbreaking insights into the mysteries of the universe. Your heart races with excitement as you prepare to share your findings with the world. But wait, how do you ensure that your research doesn't just make waves but withstands the rigorous scrutiny of the academic community? Welcome to the exhilarating world of peer review, where your ideas face the ultimate test before earning their place in the annals of scholarly excellence. So, what is peer review? Peer review is a critical evaluation process used in the academic publishing to assess the quality, validity, and significance of scholarly research before it is published in journals or presented at conferences. It involves subjecting research articles, papers, or proposals to scrutiny by experts in the same field, known as peers or reviewers. During peer review, the submitted work is evaluated based on various criteria, including its originality, novelty, methodology, clarity, and contribution to the existing body of knowledge. Reviewers provide feedback, comments, and recommendations to the authors, helping to identify strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. Peer review can take different forms, including single blind, double blind, and open peer reviews, each with its own set of advantages and limitations that we will be discussing further down this video. Regardless of the specific process used, the overarching goal of peer review remains consistent to ensure the quality and integrity of scholarly research before it is disseminated to the wider academic community. Now, when we have a fundamental understanding of what is the peer review, we'll discuss why is it important for the academia and the scholars. Starting with quality assurance, peer review serves as a quality control mechanism ensuring that only high quality, rigorously researched and methodologically sound work is published. By subjecting research to the scrutiny of peers, the likelihood of errors, biases, or inaccuracies being overlooked is minimized. Credibility and trustworthiness, peer-reviewed publications carry a stamp of approval from experts in the field, enhancing their credibility and trustworthiness. Scholars can have confidence in the validity and reliability of research findings that have successfully passed through their peer review process. They also get feedback and improvement. Authors with valuable feedback and constructive criticism from the knowledgeable peers is provided. This feedback can help authors refine their research, strengthen their arguments, and address many potential shortcomings or limitations before getting their work published. It is also a contribution to the knowledge through peer review. Scholars contribute to the advancement of knowledge within their disciplines by evaluating and shaping the trajectory of research in their fields. By participating in the peer review process, scholars play an active role in maintaining the integrity and robustness of the academic discourse. And finally, the recognition and career advancement. Publication in peer-reviewed journals is often considered a hallmark of academic achievement and is essential for career advancement in academia. Respect that the publication work gets after getting it peer-reviewed is unmatched. Peer-reviewed publications carry weight in tenure and promotion decisions, recognition by peers, and opportunities for collaboration and funding. Now, when we understand why the peer review process is important, let's understand how this process works and what is the step-by-step plan. So first, it starts with submission, where the peer review process typically begins when an author submits a research article, paper, or proposal's manuscript to an academic journal or conference. Upon submission, the manuscript undergoes an initial assessment by the journal's editorial team to ensure it meets the journal's scope and formatting requirements. Next would be the editorial review. After passing the initial screening, the manuscript is assigned to an editor who oversees the peer review process. The editor evaluates the sustainability and suitability of the manuscript for peer review based on the factors such as relevance to the journal's audience, originality of the research and adherence to the ethical guidelines. Next, reviewer selection. Once they're deemed suitable for peer review, the editor selects the independent experts in the field, known as peers or reviewers, to evaluate the manuscript that the author has submitted. Reviewers are typically researchers or scholars with expertise relevant to the subject matter of the manuscript. Finally, these reviewers start the review process, which is the reviewers critically assess the manuscript for various aspects, including its novelty, significance, methodology, clarity, and adherence to the ethical standards of the journal and scholarly discourse. Reviewers provide feedback, comments, and recommendations to the editors, offering insights into the strengths, weaknesses, and potential improvements of the manuscript. Finally, we reach to the editorial decision. Based on the feedback received from the reviewers, the editor decides the manuscript. The possible decisions include number one, acceptance. The manuscript is accepted for the publication without revisions or with minor revisions. Next would be revision, where the manuscript requires a lot of revisions and to address the reviewer's comments and concerns before a final decision can be made. And the final would be rejection, where the manuscript is not accepted for publication, typically due to significant flaws or inadequacies identified during the peer review process. If the manuscript is accepted, or if there is revision and resubmission, the manuscript requires revisions, the authors are notified of the required changes and allowed to revise their work accordingly. Authors must address the reviewer's comments and provide a revised version of the manuscript along with a response letter detailing the changes that they have made in the revisions. And then the final decision is made. After receiving the revised manuscript, the editor reassesses the manuscript and the revisions made by the authors. Based on the editor's evaluation and any additional feedback from the reviewers, a final decision is made regarding the acceptance or rejection of the manuscript. And then comes the final part, the result, which is publication. If the manuscript is accepted for publication, it undergoes the final formatting and the editing processes before being published in the journal or being presented at the conference. Now, when we understand the entire process of peer review, let's finally discuss what are the types of peer review. Starting with the single-blinded peer review, where the identities of the reviewers are concealed from the authors of the manuscript. Reviewers are aware of the author's identities, allowing for potential biases to influence the review process. This type of peer review is commonly used in many academic journals and conferences. Next would be the double-blinded peer review, where the double-blinded peer review includes the identities of both the reviewers and authors concealed from each other. Reviewers assess the manuscript without the knowledge of author identities, minimizing the potential biases and ensuring a more objective evaluation. This kind of peer review is often the gold standard in academic publishing. Then there's a new type of peer review, which is the open peer review. Open peer review involves disclosing the identities of both the reviewers and the authors to each other. Reviewers' names are included in the published manuscript along with the comments and feedback. Open peer review is now gaining popularity in some academic disciplines and within certain scholarly communities, yet it has still not come up in the mainstream scholarly discourse. Next would be the post-publication peer review, where peer review occurs after a manuscript has been published, allowing for ongoing assessment and feedback from the academic community. This type of peer review facilitates continuous dialogue and debate around published research. The dialogue doesn't stop after the research has published, it keeps on going, helping to identify errors, clarify ambiguities, and stimulate further discussion, and help the future research that is coming along the way. And finally, we have the collaborative peer review, where it involves multiple reviewers working together to evaluate a manuscript, often to provide more comprehensive feedback. Reviewers may collaborate through joint reviews, group discussions, or collaborative platforms to assess the strengths and weaknesses of the manuscript. This type of peer review promotes interdisciplinary collaboration, encourages diverse perspectives, and enhances the quality of the review process. Now, these are the common types of peer reviews. Each type of the peer reviews has its own advantages and limitations. And the choice of the peer review model may vary depending on the preferences of the journal or the conference you are trying to get your article published in, or the nature of the research and the disciplinary norms within the academic community. As we conclude our discussion on the peer review process, let's reflect on its enduring significance in the realm of academic discourse. Peer review isn't just a gatekeeper of quality, it's a cornerstone of scholarly integrity and advancement. Pay attention to that thought. It fosters a culture of accountability, collaboration, and continuous improvement, essential elements of the academic ethos. As scholars, researchers, and stewards of knowledge, we are entrusted with the responsibility of upholding the highest standards of rigor and excellence. Our engagement in the peer review process as a community is not merely a duty, it's a privilege and an opportunity to contribute meaningfully to the collective pursuit of knowledge. Thanks for listening. Press the bell icon to get notified on new videos from EdBhoomi. Press the like button, drop a comment and your thoughts. Do give a subscribe. Until then, see you.